This mini lesson is going to walk through an example of using a dimensional analysis to solve a problem. This problem is number 4 from homework number 9. All right, it features Veronica Campbell, who is a sprinter from Jamaica, and she won the 200-meter run, running it in 22.05 seconds. Now, the question is, I'm curious, what does that mean in miles per hour? So for this, we want to take meters per second and turn it into miles per hour. Now we're going to use dimensional analysis for this, and just a reminder, dimensional analysis lets us use multiplication and fancy forms of 1 to convert a measurement into an equivalent measurement. Now the interesting thing about this is we have rates, meters over seconds, miles over hours. So we actually have two conversions we have to do. The first conversion is going to go from meters to miles, and the second conversion is going to go from seconds to hours. All right, so let's first think, how can we chain meters to miles? I know I can take meters and turn it first into feet and then into miles, and for seconds I can turn those into minutes and then into hours. All right, so let's give that a go. We're going to start off with 200 meters in 22.05 seconds. All right, let's start with our meters to miles, and we're going to go meters to feet to miles. And I'm going to go look at my equivalent measurements to help me find some that I'm going to need. So for example, I know that 1 foot is equal to 0.305 meters. And I also know that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. You might find it's helpful to write this down, or you might just want to refer to your reference table for that. All right, so let's first go meters to feet. I know I want my meters to divide out, so I'm going to put my meters, 0.305 meters, in my denominator, and the equivalent measurement of 1 foot in the numerator. Okay, so we've done meters to feet. Let's do feet to miles. This case, I want feet in my denominator, 5,280 feet, and then that's equal to 1 mile, which I'll put in the numerator. All right, let's check the units here for my distances. Meters divide out, just the units dividing out. The numbers are staying exactly where they are. Feet divide out, and I'm left with miles, exactly what I want. All right, so we just went, these first two conversion factors went from meters to miles. All right, let's now handle our time, and we're going to go seconds to minutes. I think we all know our equivalent measurements for that, so we can go ahead and just write our conversion factors. All right, I want to start with seconds there in the denominator. I'm going to take seconds to minutes, so I know there's 60 seconds. Seconds is in the numerator now, so that those units will divide out, and 1 minute is in the denominator. All right, so that got us from seconds to minutes. Let's go minutes to hours. I want my minutes in the numerator, 60 minutes, so the units divide out, and 1 hour in the denominator. So I've done minutes to hours. Let's see how those units work. My seconds are going to divide out, 1 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. My minutes divide out, and I'm left with what I want, hours. All right, let's collect all of this. We've got 200 times 1 times 1 times 60 times 60, and that's going to be in miles. And then the denominator, I have 22.05 times 0.305 times 5,280 times 1 times 1. And that's going to be hours. All right, this is a great time to pull out your mechanical calculator. You can do this in one calculation. Take 200, multiply it by 60, multiply it by 60, divide by 22.05, divide by 0.305, divide by 5,280, and this will give you the unit rate of 20.28 miles in 1 hour, or miles per hour. All right, so let's think about whether this is reasonable. So running 200 meters is running halfway around a track around a football field. So she's running pretty fast if she can do that in 22 seconds. In fact, I think this was how she won the Olympics. So that equates to about 20 miles per hour. So think about what that might feel like in a car or if you're running yourself. And I think that does feel reasonable. All right, so here we use dimensional analysis to convert meters to miles and seconds to hours to convert the rate of 200 meters per second into 200 meters in 22.05 seconds into 20.28 miles per hour.